Hi, my name is Paul. Should I say Sanjay, the master of Alien Mode NoFap? And there seems a lot of confusion on Facebook, uh, as you can see. I've shaved again, and I'm always looking young, you see. I know I say this often, but Alien Mode rocks. And it's the reason why I'm, I'm so happy to be on this mode because it's literally the best mode you can be on. It's even beyond NoFap because NoFap deals mostly with the physical, with sexual restraint, which is great because at least you're preventing masturbation, orgasm, and hopefully sex if you're doing hard mode. Now, here are a bit of stats on this 1%. So, out of the 6 billion, or however much billion people are on the planet, is, I don't know, 11, 12 billion now. Out of all of those men, boys, teenagers, all types, even females, girls, women, out of all these, only 1% will try to do NoFap. Now, think of it. How many people are addicted to masturbation, orgasm, playing with themselves? About 95% of men, and that includes boys of all ages and teenagers of all ages, all the way up to 100 years old. Now, out of all those 6 billion or 7 billion, what's 1% of 7 billion? You do the maths. Probably something like how much? It's a very small number, probably 100,000 or something. So, out of roughly, let's say, out of 100,000 who are practicing NoFap, so these are the people who are trying to give up masturbation. Now, out of those, only 1% are doing the hard mode, which means giving up sex as well. So 1% of 100,000, let's say, that's knock off 2 noughts. So that's 1,000 people out of 100,000 people are trying to also do hard mode and win. Now, out of these 1,000 people on hard mode, which is extremely difficult because it's not, some people are getting confused. They're saying you can have sex but pull out, like coitus interruptus, and that means sticking it in. But that's grey tantra. We don't talk about that. It's a load of rubbish. It's cheating, basically, because you're still stimulating your penis in the vagina or orally. So that's a big break as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so out of, let's say, 100,000, only 1,000 are trying to do the hard mode. And this means no sex at all, no foreplay, no, well, you are allowed wet dreams, but even these should be controlled. If possible, no sex in dreams either. And meditation, spirituality, etc., living like a monk is also a form of hard mode. Now, out of this 1,000, we're saying 1% maybe can do alien mode. So this is the 1 millionth of the 1,000% of the hard mode. So think about it. 1 millionth percent is how narrow it gets. This is real brahmachari territory. So this is exceedingly hard, and it is more difficult than becoming a martial arts expert, or even the greatest dream you could imagine. The top sportsman, the top businessman, academic. It's even harder than becoming Alan Sugar, because this spirituality is a real soul development. It is the rarest of the rarest of the rarest. It is even harder than becoming Superman, because even Superman had attachment to Lois Lane. If you look at the Superman films, the Superman 2. So, I mean, people say he was an alien, but he was not doing alien mode, not properly. He had romantic feelings for Lois. He lost his superpowers because he wanted to be like a human. And even with his superpowers, he still had some sort of feelings for Lewis. I don't know if he had sex with her. Can't imagine he'd blast her about 1,000 feet in the sky if he used his super sperm. So, in this case, alien mode. Now, all of you listen very carefully and don't let me keep repeating this, because I'm sure I've explained in some other videos. Alien mode means no form of sexual attraction to a woman, even non-sexual attraction, no intimacy at all, no touching, no hugging, no kissing, no romantic movings, no looking at the body parts to get aroused. So it's eye retention too. Lust mustn't form in your mind. No erection over any woman. No bonus. Totally aloof from woman of any type. No staring at the eyes too long. No images coming to the mind. You have to be 100% discipline. Women should be like ants in your consciousness. Once you're in this mode, you cannot be attracted by any means. Cupid cannot shoot his arrows in your heart because in Hinduism there's Kamadev, the god of lust, and traditionally he's got 5 arrows, and he uses women in the form of these arrows to stun men, boys, any age. Oh, and another thing, on alien mode, it also has to include 1,000+ days no masturbation and 1,000+ days no swearing. So the high vibrational speech has to go along with it, because I've seen there's people who have good hard mode streaks but very poor speech control, very low vibrational speech, saying F word, sometimes non-vulgar, sometimes vulgar, surprisingly, P words, B words, all this is low vibrational despite having a good hard mode streak. So the alien mode is a 1 millionth%. Are you hearing? 1 millionth of the hard mode. And hard mode is extremely difficult for those on the soft mode. And the soft mode is extremely difficult for those on NoFap because you have to avoid masturbation totally, and even sex has to be controlled. So I am the highest in alien mode. Even gurus shouldn't have a wife on this mode. Nobody should really be married on this mode. And I mean, there's monk mode too, but monk mode means no wet dreams. It's all links like a Venn diagram. It also meshes with alien mode, but it's also separate because you can have wet dreams, still be in alien mode, as long as you're not having sex in the dreams, and if it's caused by natural erections and it's a non-sexual dream, then it still doesn't break the alien mode. But it's very difficult as well, monk mode. My highest record of today is 115 days. So I'm aiming for 200 days. But the alien mode is my highest ever and will be for over 40 years. Nobody beats me on this mode apart from maybe some priests, very high sages, mystics, saints. I call it the near impossible mode as well. A bit like, how can I say? If I use a dream analogy, it's a bit like trying to grapple with a demon who has a strength of 10,000 elephants, and he only needs 1% of his power to lift you up. And that's what alien mode would feel like to someone on NoFap. It's a bit like I have the strength of 10,000 elephants and I'm holding you, and you're struggling to not be lifted up, and I'm only needing less than 1% to lift you up above my head. That's what alien mode would feel like. I make all of you feel small like ants, literally, in comparison. No female on earth will ever get to break this once I keep my discipline. Pure meditation, chanting, and iron will. I make all women look like tiny, tiny ants, barely recognizing them in my consciousness. Do they exist? Maybe, barely, very, very barely. But can they affect me? No, not in any way, not even in dreams. It's very, very difficult to give me a wet dream, even. So, how many can even attempt alien mode? Very, very few. If you swear, you break it. If you have sex, well, that goes without saying. If you even get an erection by looking at a woman, you break it. If you stare and have a lustful thought in your mind, you break it. So do you see how hard it is? So I'm gonna pin this video because all the time I keep getting asked, what is alien mode? How do you do it? Well, here I've explained. So I don't want to hear any more trolling, like, messing with me. What is alien mode? How do you do it? Because I've explained right here how you do it. And I aim to go another 15,000 days. So by the time I'm 82, I would have 30,000 days of alien mode. What a way to live. Imagine that. 30,000 days. That would be like Sakura. So inspirational. Maybe it can become like Lord Indra after death, because the higher your brahmachari, the higher position you get in heaven after death. If we do something like, I believe, 60,000 years of brahmachari, no woman, no sex, no masturbation, even no wet dreams, you can also attain the position of Indra, the king of heaven. He will tempt you by sending celestials. So, hopefully, I can get this. Okay, well, I better wrap up. I'm going to upload this on Facebook so you can all look at it.